Ho, ho, ho.
Hey everybody, Cinemasticness here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And today, I didn't actually go out to buy anything. Everything I got today arrived in the mail, and here they are. The first title I got in the mail today, I was very excited to get. Look forward to getting these every year, and that is the Disney Parks 2012 Vacation Planning DVD. I love these. I look forward to getting these every single year. I love watching these. Even the older ones I have, they're a lot of fun. I have some from like the 80s and early 90s. They're great to watch. They're very nostalgic, especially the Disney ones. I'm a big fan of the Disney parks. Well, I've never actually been to Disneyland, but I love Disney World. I'm a huge fan of Disney World. In fact, I'm going there in a couple days. Actually, a week from now, I'll be there. I cannot wait. So I absolutely love Disney World. I love watching some of the older vacation guides because there's a lot of stuff that's just not there anymore. I watched some of the ones from, again, the early 90s and late 80s, and there's attractions that just aren't there. And they also talk about things that are going on, like certain different celebrations they have, like parades and different like fireworks and different stuff going on at Epcot. They're just always doing new stuff every year, and I love watching the vacation guides for years past because it just shows you great stuff that was going on that isn't going on anymore. So these are a fun, just a really fun watch. They're really great. I definitely recommend checking these out if you're really into the parks like me. If you're obsessed with Disney World or Disneyland, these are definitely something you want to pick out. Again, I look forward to getting these every single year. Love it. They're absolutely free. Just go to, I think, WaltDisneyWorld.com, or I guess you can go to Walt Disneyland. Go to the website for the parks. You can just order one of these. Again, it's absolutely free. Love getting them. And the last title I got today, I actually have a little bit of a story to go with it. And for those of you who follow me on my website at Cinemasticness.com, you've already read this. I posted this a few hours ago, but for those of you who don't, you should. But for those of you who don't, here's the story. About a month ago, I picked up a movie called Here Comes Santa Claus. It was released on DVD as it's actually under a different name on DVD called I Believe in Santa Claus. And I looked up reviews on it on Amazon, because usually when I pick up a movie that I haven't seen, I just a blind buy something that I think looks interesting, I'll pick it up. I usually look up to see what kind of reviews it got, to see did I buy something that looks that people like, or did I buy something that gets really bad reviews and did I waste my money basically. So I was looking at reviews on Amazon. And in doing so, I was on the looking up the DVD, and there's a guy on there who actually gave it a really bad review. And I'm reading his review, and at the very end he says, that he hated the movie so much that if anybody sends him a prepaid envelope, he'll just give you the movie. And I thought, well, that's pretty cool. Although I checked, and the review was from about 2 or 3 years ago. So I thought, okay, there's it's probably not even worth it. There's no way this guy's still gonna have this DVD. He's either given it away already, or, he just threw it away or sold it or traded it in or something. There's no way this guy's still going to have this movie, 3 years later. But, the more I started thinking about it, the more I thought, why not just give it a shot? What do I have to lose? I just send him an envelope and hopefully, he sends it. If not, oh well, I'm not out on anything. So, it was actually a little bit of work, because on Amazon, all I could find was his full name, the town he lives in, and the state. That was it. There was no address. So I thought, okay, well, I'm out of luck there. But what I ended up doing was I Googled his name, the town, and the state just together in Google to see what pop up. And there's many different like address websites where you can get like addresses and phone numbers and stuff like that. And his name was the only name who popped up for that town and that state. So I thought, all right, that's the only name. Maybe it's him. Now, I had no idea if I was even sending this envelope to the right guy. For all I knew, it was a completely different guy who just happened to have the same name. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of people out there with the same names. I had no idea, but I figured, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, send the prepaid envelope to him with a little note inside telling him, that I read his review. If he still has it, I'm definitely interested in taking it off his hands. So I sent it out to him, thinking I'll probably never hear from this guy again. Who knows? It's probably not even him. I probably just sent it to a complete. Just somebody who just, well, obviously is a complete stranger, but it's just somebody who has no idea what I'm even talking about. Then today in the mail, I get an envelope, and I had no idea what it was. At first I'm thinking, like, who sent me something? Is this like a Christmas present for one of my viewers or something? Because every now and then you guys send me stuff, and I thought maybe that's what this is. So I popped it open, and I looked inside, and I was even more confused because it was a DVD that I didn't, I had no idea what it was. And there was a note with it. So I opened up the note and I read it, and sure enough, it was from the guy who I sent the prepaid envelope for. And what he said was that he actually got rid of that movie a few years ago. He apparently just threw it out, which is a shame. I can't believe anybody would just throw a movie out. That's horrible. He should have put it up for sale on Amazon. I mean, he's on Amazon. So apparently he threw it out a few years ago, so he doesn't have it anymore. But because he's just a cool guy, and he didn't, you know, I paid postage for the, you know, prepaid envelope. He didn't want to, you know, waste my postage, although I work in the mailroom, so it wasn't wasting my postage. But he, you know, he didn't want to waste my postage, so he sent me something anyway. And what he sent me was a Christmas wish, which is pretty cool because I was actually just looking at this at a local, one of my local grocery chains. They actually sell DVDs, and I was just looking at this there, thinking, you know, do I want to pick this up? It looked really interesting. And I was actually looking at this very release, thinking about buying it. I think it was like $4. It was really cheap. You know, like it was, I think it was either like $2.99 or like $3.99 or something like that. Really cheap. Thought about getting it, but I just passed on it. This was like 2 days ago. And sure enough, this is what he sent me. So it was very cool. That just goes to show you, sometimes it's good to go out on a limb and just, you know, take a chance. I mean, if it comes down to a free movie and you're not really losing anything, I mean, yeah, if I would have paid for the postage and I would, you know, send him like $5 on postage, then yeah, I could have been losing out $5. But, you know, it wasn't costing me anything, so I figured I'm just going to try and see what happens. And yeah, I didn't get the movie that, you know, I asked him for, but that's okay. He sent me this one instead, and this is great. So this actually gets really good reviews online. The movie, I Believe in Santa Claus gets really bad reviews online. I think it got like 2 stars, something like that. This gets 4.5 out of 5 stars on Amazon, so I really want to see this. This should be a great watch. I love Christmas movies. This is from 1950. Love that era. Love Christmas movies from that era. So I'm sure it's going to be great. So very much looking forward to getting this. Very cool that, you know, he even sent this to me. He didn't have to do that. He could have just read my note and threw out the envelope, and I never could have heard from him again. But he sent me this. That was very cool. Very much looking forward to seeing this. So that's it for what I bought today. So now it's what I watched. And tonight I checked out Snowball Express. Now, yes, I know this isn't holiday related, but it is a winter movie. It takes place at a ski lodge. It's all about, you know, winter related stuff. So I say it counts. Not everything I can watch can be 100% holiday related. It does have to do with the actual season, so it's counting. Also, I really want to watch this kind of to pay my respects to Harry Morgan. He died, I believe, on December 7th. And I hadn't watched anything with him in it. I usually try to, you know, when somebody passes away, like a great actor passes away, I usually try to watch something with them in it. And I didn't really have anything holiday related up until a few days ago when I actually got this in the mail. I didn't have anything holiday related with him in it, so I just figured I wasn't going to watch anything. But when this came, I definitely wanted to watch this, kind of to pay my respects to him, you know, give a little bit of a tribute to him. And also, I really wanted to check it out because it's a great 1970s Disney movie. And I absolutely love Disney movies from the 1960s and 1970s. Everything from, like, The Absent-Minded Professor and, you know, The Love Bug and, you know, Snowball Express. I mean, I love these movies. They have such a great feel to them. I think Disney did their best, like, live-action movies in the 60s and 70s. They're just, you know, they're very slapsticky. They're very goofy. They're pretty over-the-top and pretty ridiculous. But they're just really fun movies, and they have a great classic Disney feel to them. I can't get enough of Disney's, you know, live-action movies from the 60s and 70s. I just think they're fantastic. Now, the story, it's not really all that original. It's kind of a story you know, I've heard this story at least a dozen times before. I mean, yeah, it always takes place at, like, in different, you know, time and, you know, like a little bit different circumstances in the movie. But for the most part, it's always, you know, the same plot that I've heard, again, a dozen times before. It's basically this guy here, he inherits a resort, and, you know, once he gets there, it's all dilapidated and run down. There's a guy in town, a greedy bank owner, who wants to buy that land, buy his resort, which is obviously sort of shady. I mean, you know, this place is falling down, it's dilapidated, it's not making any money, it's not doing well. Why would this super rich bank owner want the land, want the resort? There's got to be a reason why. So, he ends up running a turning the hotel into a ski resort, and, you know, it ends up doing fairly well for itself. And then in the end, everything works out, and basically he ends up owning basically the entire town, and the greedy bank owner is basically screwed. So it's a really good story. It has a lot of laughs. It's classic Disney, so it's very slapsticky, but it is a fantastic watch. And if you're like me and you love great 1960s and 1970s Disney films, this has to be in your collection. This has to be one you see. one of the better ones I've seen. I absolutely loved it. Can't get enough of it. I will be watching this one again for sure. Fantastic movie. Definitely check it out. So that's it for what I bought when I watched today. I'm very much looking forward to watching the Disney Vacation Planning DVD. Since I'm actually going to Disney in a week from now, I'll be watching that one just to kind of get myself in the mood. Really looking forward to watching that. I love those DVDs. Also getting a Christmas Wish, that was awesome. That was definitely a pleasant surprise. You know, like I said, I was not expecting anything to show up at all. In fact, I pretty much completely forgot that I even sent that guy a letter. So when that came in the mail today, I was very excited to get that. And like I said, I was just looking at that about 2 days ago. So very cool that that came. And Snowball Express, I loved it. It was a great, just classic Disney movie. Definitely check that one out. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what I bought and what I watch tomorrow. See ya.